Hey everyone, Justin Brawl here, and now I'm going to do my review of Naruto Next Generations, episode 39, The Path Lit by the Full Moon. And it's really hard to exactly where to put this along with some of the canon along with the lore of Boruto at this point, because they're going to this is Boruto is considered mostly filler, with some few cans with the Naruto's guidance Sora story for 5 episodes. We're confirmed that we're going to get we're going to confirm with the movie retelling some point later. Mostly doesn't affect that how those confirmed toward later than 2017. We're going to get that possibly sometime during 2018. I'm not saying not saying as early as it is, but I think some point in 2018. So we're going to deal with some filler episodes, mostly leading up to the movie. But we have this episode to deal with, which I think is considered canon in a way, because this is a Mitsuki origin story on how he came to be and how he's related to Orochimaru in a way. So the episode starts off with Mitsuki and Sarada waiting for Boruto since Boruto's running late. And then we're cut to the fact that, and after a short discussion between the two, we were cut to a strange location. Mitsuki's tied up into a hospital bed where he's covered in all these medical stuff around his body. He's over there with Orochimaru and I really forgot his name, but the one guy with the he had the ability. He hit with Sasuke at one point. He had the ability to turn his own body into water. He's looking for one of the 7. He used to be the younger brother. He was the younger brother of one of the former 7 Blades of the Mist. I just really forgot his name. But it turns out it says there that Orochimaru calls Mitsuki his child. And for tells Mitsuki that he has his memory erased by some point named on an Tsunami log, and has the ability to steal a person's memory or to implant fake memories into his body. But before even that happened, there's also a scene where Orochimaru sits in a room, and there's a guy covered in a black cloak with a lighter in his finger having a discussion. And with the lighter, the lighter became important later in the episode. So Orochimaru and Mitsuki both stood up and go on to their mission to find him. They did. Eventually, they find him. There's this cool little action sequence between both Orochimaru and this guy named Log, who at first knew exactly how it been. They fought before, but we didn't get to see that happen. But they mentioned that they fought before, and now they currently are fighting right now. At that one first, that Orochimaru got him with the snake bite. Apparently, the fangs weren't actually strong enough to pierce right through the armor, but eventually led Log to actually do some sort of strange ninja art armor explosion. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with me right now. I'm coughing from recently like a motherfucker, but like I was saying, ninja armor explosion. Apparently, his armor somehow doesn't really explode like a suicide bomb. More like this fact that somehow some strange black thing coming out of his body managed to take it. I felt for that one sequence alone, the animation on that sequence was really, really weird. Seeing how Orochimaru opened his mouth so wide and got covered, and you said, Mitsuki, you have sage power you have some sort of power in you towards the right before he got his buddy finished, and then when Log was about to go take down Mitsuki with one sword strike. Like he was right here, close enough with the sword. Log was paralyzed for a second there until a small snake managed to poison him. While the bigger snake was his distraction, while the smaller snake at some point got through the armor and paralyzed him for a bit. But he took several minutes and only managed to speak for a moment when he took the answer while Orochimaru left. And then Log said, with the mask still there, tell Mitsuki to remove the mask. And there was a close-up before that happened. There was I think that was the right eye. Looked exactly had a little the same coloring as Mitsuki. But when he did remove the mask, it turns out that this Log is an older version of Mitsuki, like an adult version. So apparently Mitsuki is actually not just the true child of Orochimaru. He's actually one part of an experiment by Orochimaru to become his child. It's still unclear whether Orochimaru is either the mother or the father, but most likely he's clearly the father in this case. But he's an ace. I'm pretty sure Mitsuki... Okay, Mitsuki birth name is not exactly natural. There is no true mother. You know, some people might explain the fact that Orochimaru, during the older seasons of Naruto, removed his face and returned out was a woman. Which clearly that's not really the case there, because Orochimaru still kept his the male figure and the male face after that happened. So I could honestly say that Orochimaru was basically an asexual parent while giving birth while making Mitsuki his child. But that's like a whole nother discussion. That's a completely different beast on its own case, on its own right. But moving here, it turns out at some point this version, the adult version of Mitsuki, defected from Orochimaru, took some of erased the younger Mitsuki's memories, and managed to defect from Orochimaru and hit himself over from Orochimaru's clutches. Sorry about that. I just don't know if it was wrong. And then Orochimaru came back out of the room after getting what he was getting. He has a scroll and some sort of key with him. And the two just tried to discuss and tried to persuade Mitsuki to join either one side. This happened before, but apparently this time around he wants to. They're both asking Mitsuki to join Orochimaru, join him, the other version of Mitsuki to fight against Orochimaru at some point in the future. But right when all that happened, Mitsuki got angry, crushed the mask, and just somehow out of nowhere, out of just like a burst of pure emotion, his sage power was awakened. And many Naruto fans have theorized that Mitsuki has some sort of sage power than him. I've seen many pictures of seeing Mitsuki go into sage power. So apparently Mitsuki does have sage power within him. And basically what it looked like was like light bluish aura came around him, 4 of those snakes around him, some sort of horn that came out of his forehead, and the eye surrounding the eyes was like something like some sort of like a black thing covering his eyes. And that stage part, he had to increase his speed, so he increased his speed tremendously. That's when he did. He manages to silence the scroll, but also the sort of key, and manages to run off again, right without even knowing Orochimaru, without even knowing that happened, since that was so instant. But that's when Mitsuki left. It turns out that the guy with the cloak and the lighter was the adult version of Mitsuki. And it was really Orochimaru hated and used some sort of memory erasing drug to erase the memories of this Mitsuki, the younger version. And he said, and during the whole sequence, when him releasing the sage power and eventually sealing that scroll, he said, "I will cover a path of my own," instead of being forced to walk path between you two. So the two agree the fact that Mitsuki is actually, the two officially agree that Mitsuki is going to carve his own path. Not like in Illuminating the Darkness, but the moon illuminating the dark. The fact that Mitsuki will be the moon in the future for Shinobi, as compared as to the outside of the sun. And of course, for the summer before Boruto, because there's a scene where, as when the sage power actually starts to go away for a bit, eventually we're going to see that form again, most likely in the future. As to when, it's most likely completely up in the air, where we're going to see that form again. Let alone Mitsuki can actually achieve it again. I can definitely see it most likely happening at some point later in the future of Boruto, most likely after the. And there's really been the animation studio behind Boruto who's willing to do more canon from the manga. But the manga is his own beast. The manga is his own sort of thing compared to the anime. I know for a fact that we're definitely going to see it again, but I just cannot be certain on when we're going to see it. Right when it was depowered, he opens the scroll and gets look at some sort of files picture of Boruto. For some reason, I don't know why that picture of Boruto was in there, but apparently there's something about Boruto that kind of intrigued Orochimaru to a point where like he had to go find this. But not sure that's the case. as for now, okay, before I close up this video, I want to point out the fact that Mitsuki is not an official being, and his name comes from Mitsuki, from the moon. Well, the word snake, comes from the 12 zodiac, snake. Mitsuki is the name of his birth. So it's nice to see how he managed to get his name Mitsuki, where the name exactly came from. And Orochimaru definitely did, and yeah, I did say that Orochimaru didn't use some sort of memory erasing drug to damper the memories of the younger Mitsuki, even though he hated doing that because he claimed that, he fully says that these two are both his precious children. But now that Mitsuki's going to carve his path of his own, he's going to move forward to the sun, he's going to move forward to his own path as Shinobi, which eventually led him to going into the Hidden Leaf Village and becoming a resident there. He still only talks with Orochimaru, but of course, he still talks with Orochimaru as a child to a parent. But now that was that. I thought we're going to get more of the Mitsuki origin story, but apparently we're going to get one episode, and we're going to move into filler next. So until at least when the movie recap happens, I'm pretty sure the next episodes are going to become filler until the movie recap is going to happen. But until then, we're very close to the new year. This is the last episode of Boruto for the new year. So until next year, which is a couple of days away by the point this video is going up. So until then, leave a like, subscribe, comment with a friend, and I'll see you again next time in the next video. Laters!